This problem says, given f of x equal to 6x squared plus 24x plus 29, and negative 2 is less than or equal to x is less than or equal to 5, this is the domain they are giving you with this function. And they want to say, identify the domain and range of f inverse. And so a couple of things that we need to take note of. This is your original function and its domain. We are looking for the domain and range of the inverse. So things that you remember from the lecture and the content, you remember that when you're finding the inverse, you're switching x and y's. So that means your domain of your original function becomes the range of your inverse function, and your range of your original function becomes your domain of your inverse function. So if I'm trying to find the domain and range of f inverse, I don't necessarily want to create f inverse. I just want to swap out the x's and y's. So this domain of f of x will become the range of f inverse. Since this is a multi-pick, I'm going to go ahead and find the negative 2 to 5. You can see they wrote it in interval notation. So it's not this one, or this one, because I want my range to be the same as the domain of the original. And then in order to figure out which one of these is, we need to correctly identify this range. And so in order to figure out the range, I'm going to take these are x values, and I'm going to plug them into my function. So I'm going to say f of negative 2, so that gives me 6 times negative 2 squared plus 24 times negative 2 plus 29. I'm going to input that into my calculator, and it would give me, just jumping over here to the calculator that you have under each homework problem, so I'll say 6 parentheses negative 2, and we're going to square it, plus 24 parentheses negative 2 plus 29, and I get 5. Now, while we have this calculator up here, I'm going to go ahead and do it again. Now, if I just want to take this and just paste it again, or even just type over this, we also want to do this at positive 5. So I'm just going to change out my values here to 5. And you can see it's at 299. So one more jump over here. So we realize that this value is at 5. We plugged in f of 5 just using the on-screen calculator, and we got 299. So that means the range of this function is from 5 to 299, and we included them because we are equal to at those values. So that becomes the domain of your inverse function. So this would be the correct answer. So this one is kind of different than the other ones because we're not creating the inverse, but we could. We're taking the domain and understanding it becomes the range. Figuring out the range, understanding it comes the domain. Again, this is all about we're switching the x and y and solving for new y situation. So I hope this helps in understanding this problem, but if you need additional help, feel free to reach out.